guys, and we back with another one, guys. And today, as you can tell by the title, I'm doing a reaction to the Will and Jada Red Table Talk conversation. Okay, yeah, your girl having a little back hair day, you know what I'm saying, little wings hanging out on the side, got my husband hat on or whatever, got some little plaques going on in the back, you know what I'm saying. It's just one of them days. But before we get into this video, make sure you check out the coldest water bottle, guys. The link will be in the description below. Use my code PRISSYP to get 10% off of your bottle. I love this bottle, yes. But yeah, I'm just sitting over here like, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, hit that bell to be notified when I upload new videos, okay? Because your girl is doing new things over here, okay, baby girl? But yeah, so y'all already know that August, you know, a little childhood, little crush or whatever. August out here with grown women, you know what I'm saying? And I guess he felt the need to expose or to confess his little fling entanglement that he had with Jada, baby. And I'm just a little like, why? I feel like, Jada, what was the point of bringing that up? Like, why, August? But I guess, you know, he got new music dropping. He got new things going on in his life. So he felt like, I feel like it was kind of like a thing to help him be more popping since he's back out. So he want to put that out there just to make his name relevant all of a sudden. But he been relevant. So why you got to do something like that or bring old baggage into the thing when you're doing new things in your life? I don't know. But let's go ahead and get into this review, guys, because, oh.
This red table for me, just all the stuff that's going on in the press. Mm-hmm. I felt like it was important to come to the table to really clear the air. Somebody made a statement for me that wasn't a statement I made, that went cray-cray.
And one of the reasons why I wanted to come to the table is the media, the headlines. We specifically never said anything. We were purposely not saying anything. Any headline that says Jada said or Will said or the Smith said is not true. We specifically never said anything.
Right.
And see, I'm gonna pause this right here for a second. Is because when you are in social media, no matter what platform you're on, some things are best to not say. Saying less is saying a lot. And I feel like I understood what they both were meaning, why they didn't plan on sharing with the world that they separated or they took a break or whatever the situation. But again, it always boils down back to why, August? Why did you bring this up when this was a long time ago?
So coming to the table was like, we just felt like it got to the point where you gotta say something.
Yeah, and to stop that cycle.
Yeah.
You know, there's people's feelings involved.
Right.
Right. You know, and at the end of the day, I don't like how all of this came to be. That doesn't matter. It's all love.
Right.
Honestly. And I would usually not, you know, that would be something I wouldn't comment on at all.
Right.
You know, and I feel like it's a situation that I consider private.
You just feel like it ain't really nobody's
business.
But now Black Twitter has claimed it as their business.
But you know, I feel like it's healing that needs to happen. And I know there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now.
Yeah.
Even though this is minuscule, I do feel like it's these kinds of things that create the world that we're in. And the idea of not communicating, not talking about it, not clearing the air, and just being as transparent. Just being transparent.
And I'm here with you.
Yeah, I thank you for that, because you've been on a hell of a journey with me. So that's what we're going to start with. This is a very personal journey.
Right.
That became very public.
Yes, absolutely.
For whatever reason.
So what happened, Jada?
Okay.
What happened, Jada?
Let's start with, I guess about 4.5 years ago.
Yeah.
I think it was about 4 years ago. Started a friendship with August. And we actually became really, really good friends. And it all started with him just needing some help. You know, me wanting to help his health, his mental state.
Because for me, that was the thing when when Og first came around, he was really sick.
Mm-hmm. He was really sick, yeah.
And the outpouring for him from our family was initially about his health.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I mean, we found all those different resources, you know, to help pull him through. Mm-hmm. And from there, you know, you and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Marriages have that, though. Marriages have that.
Yeah, we basically, we broke up.
We decided that we were going to separate for a period of time, and you go figure out how to make yourself happy, and I'll figure out how to make myself happy.
Well, at that particular point in time, it was indefinite.
Yeah, I really felt like we could be over.
Right.
Yeah, we were over.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, you know, I think from there, you know, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August. One thing I want to get clear about and clean up, one of the things that was kind of swirling in the press about you giving permission, which is, you know, the only person that can give permission
is Jada.
In that particular circumstance is myself.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But what August was probably trying to communicate, because I could actually see how he would perceive it as permission, because we were separated amicably.
Yeah.
And I think he also wanted to make it clear that he's not a homewrecker, which he's not.
I think so. I mean, because this is your red table, and you like brought yourself to the red table. I think you need to say clearly what happened.
As far as what?
You and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened.
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship.
Yes, it was a relationship. Absolutely. I was in a lot of pain, and I was very broken. Now, in the process of that relationship, I definitely realized that you can't find happiness outside of yourself. And luckily enough, you and I were also going through a process of healing in a much different manner. I would definitely say we did everything that we could to get away from each other, only to realize that that wasn't possible.
So we come to the red table. So I'm in the Jada position right now. So you know, you during that time launched into an interaction with August. What do you feel like you were looking for?
I just wanted to feel good. It had been so long since I felt good. And it was really a joy to just help heal somebody.
Yeah.
I think that has a lot to do with my codependency, which is another thing that I had to learn to break in the cycle. Just that idea of needing to fix and being drawn to people that need help, whether it's your health or whether it's your addictions. There's something about that childhood trauma that feels as though it can be fixed through fixing people versus fixing me. And I think that whole process with Og really showed me that and taught me that. And I'm really grateful for that lesson.
I feel like that husband, like I'm with you at the press conference. And that husband, now I got to be with you at the press conference while you like tell the world about your transgressions. Like I love my baby. I'm gonna stand by my baby no matter what.
Well, you know, I definitely understand why it would look that way or feel that way, but I actually don't look at it as a transgression at all. Through that particular journey, I learned so much about myself and was able to really confront a lot of emotional immaturity, emotional insecurity, and I was really able to do some really deep healing. You know, and as I came through and started to realize certain things about you and I, he decided to break all communication with me, which was totally understandable.
Right.
And I let that be and hadn't talked to him since.
Right.
So it is a little weird that all this stuff is coming out now, since this was...
Yeah, because for me, this was years ago, right? You know, so the fact that it's coming up now, and I think it could feel weird for people that we're laughing and talking about it, but...
It happened so long ago.
You know, and our experiences of working through it, fighting through it, talking through it, and therapizing through it, I think that the why now is weird.
Yeah. When I say it's been a huge healing on my life, and just what I had to confront and discover, you know, about myself. The ugly truths and the beauty. So it was something that I felt like wasn't really ready to be discussed because it hadn't been that healing, because he hasn't wanted to, you know, Og and I haven't talked in so long. You know what I mean? So I don't know. This all seemed very strange, you know. But I'm grateful for the journey that you and I have had together. Because I feel like there are a lot of couples that go through those periods. And a lot of couples that have to separate and think it's over. And, you know, the one thing I'll say about you and I is that there's never been secrets.
Right. We came together young, and we were both broken in our own ways, and to be able to make mistakes without the fear of losing your family is so critical.
Yeah. It's the idea of any relationship and trying to get to deeper understanding of love is going to be forged in fire. There's no way around it. And I think that one of the things that I'm deeply grateful in this whole process between you and I is that we have really gotten to that new place of unconditional love.
Because I wasn't sure I was ever going to speak to you again.
I know.
Yeah. Like, the fact that I'm speaking to you again is a miracle.
I would agree.
No, but it ain't for the weak at heart. There's just certain things that you have to go through, and it's like...
And I wish, you know, I wish that wasn't the case. I do. I wish that wasn't the case.
I sure wish it could be all magic and miracles.
Yeah. You got to go through some to get the answers.
Yes. Yeah, you do.
You know, and I'm just happy because I definitely believe that you and I, we never, ever thought that we would make it back.
There's a real power in the just knowing somebody's riding with you no matter what. And you really can't know that
until you go
through some stuff, you know. I don't want to go through this no more.
You know,
okay.
I don't either.
Praise.
I'm going to get you back first, and then...
You're going to get me back. I think you got me back. I think we're good on that, okay?
Okay, that's probably true.
You know, but, and I don't think it's about getting anybody back.
No, for me it is.
Okay. I'll give you that petty, if that's what you want. But, you know, I will definitely say... It's just part of it.
Yeah.
You know, if you expect to be with somebody for a lifetime.
25 years and counting.
We ride together.
We die together.
Bad marriage for life.
Okay. Oh.
That's terrible.
It's the truth.
It's the truth.
But yeah, it's just part of the journey.
I told you the first year we were married.
What'd you tell me?
That I can love you through anything.
And I didn't believe you.
Yeah.
If somebody looked through a crystal ball and said, this, and this is going to happen, I'd be like, no way.
Yeah. You thought I was that I didn't have the girth that it was going to take to ride with you through.
Yeah. I didn't know if you would be willing to find the deep capacity to love me.
How am I doing?
You're doing great.
Well, guys, we just saw that little 12-minute clip of Will and Jada, her bringing herself to the red table. First, I would like to say is it takes a hell of a big person to bring a self and look at their self in the mirror. So we commend Jada for that, for sure. and speaking her truth and her honesty, and even if it does hurt or if it's an awkward position, she still put her big girl panties up and said it did what it did. You know what I'm saying? That's for one. Also having a loving husband like Will, to love her good and bad, indifferent. I don't know if they have an open relationship or not, which is none of my business, which I don't really care. But they're definitely in the healing business for their own mental. So that's a big deal. Whatever works for them and their marriage is great. Again, don't really know why August decided to air this out, but I'm happy that they're at peace with it, and I'm happy that they're still loving each other through it, even with the humiliation or whatever it was, whatever. They still got each other's back. Not a lot of people can find a soulmate like that, someone who got your back, and like Will said, he can love her through anything, and that is very deep. That's deep, deep, deep. If someone can love you through anything like that, hurt, humiliation, making me look like a fool, wow, that's real. That's like lifetime partner. And it's their business. However they get it right, they're gonna get it right. So again, shout out to Jada for saying her side of the story and putting it out and putting herself out there and showing her, being very transparent with all of us. But I wish them the best. We all love Will and Jada. But wow, this was something. This was very interesting. So if you guys like videos like this, let me know down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to check out Dakota's water bottle. Use the code PRISSYP to get 10% off of your cup. Yeah, guys, I love you. See you guys. Gang, gang, gang.